What is up, everybody? Well, A's drop another one. Another walk-off. 8-7 in Toronto. This one felt like a win right up until it ripped everyone's heart out. The A's rode a massive seventh inning, highlighted by a Shea Langeliers no-doubt grand slam to dead center, turning a tight game into what looked like a comfortable 6-2 lead. The pitching dominated. Jeffrey Springs was unbelievable in his 5 innings of work, piling up strikeouts and keeping the potent Toronto offense quiet long enough for the offense to finally break through. Then the game flipped. The Blue Jays just chipped away in the 8th, landed the 9th inning gut punch homer, Alejandro Kirk, and suddenly a game the A's controlled became a survival fight. Extra innings only made it worse. Brent Rooker with a huge 2-out single delivered in the 10th to put the A's back in front, but the lead vanished again. And by the 11th, the momentum had completely shifted, and Ernie Clement ended it with a walk-off single. A grand slam wasted, multiple leads blown, a bullpen that couldn't land the final punch. This wasn't just a loss. This was the kind that lingers, the kind fans replay pitch by pitch, wondering how a 6-2 lead turned into an 8-7 defeat. Welcome to Last Call, the A's postgame show. I am your host, Boney, lifelong A's fan, and welcome to the A's postgame show, Last Call, where no more crying will be served after tonight. Guys, today was as painful as it gets. I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. We don't do that here. And I'm sick and tired of hearing, hey, it's only game 2 of the season. The season just started. Don't panic. I didn't know games at the beginning of the season meant less than they do at the end. But I'm going to get to why I feel this is good. And I'm going to get to why I feel the last 2 days of losses is going to equal more wins for the A's at the end of the year if we lost, if we actually won the last 2 games. I'll tell you why in a bit. Lawrence Butler. A's fans talked all offseason about Lawrence Butler and how he should be placed on the IL. 2 things surprised me about Lawrence Butler. I'm going to get to that in a few minutes. That has me a little bit pissed off. I'm going to try to stay off the rants today. I want to try to stay off the rants. Hasn't really worked out for me too much in the past. But first and foremost, guys, another walk-off loss. I got to tell you, the last 2 games have been absolutely exhausting to watch. I am literally tired. By the way, guys, if anybody wants to come on, audio, video, have a comment, have a take, there is a link in the comment section. Go ahead and hit the link, and I'll make sure you are on there. Asher, reminding me a whole lot of May last year, We're not quite there yet, right, Asher? Last year we actually started the season 2-2. Bill, well, Booney, you already know who I will blame. Yeah, I don't blame you too much, Bill. The bullpen killed us. It sure did, John. I mean, that and hey, John, you strike out 16 times yesterday. We struck out 19 times today. 35 times in 2 games. I've never seen anything quite like it. 35 times in 2 days, man. Mike, hopefully the A's offense can keep pushing like the A's are the majority of the season. Bitter Bill, how are you, sir?
Yeah, not good.
Yeah, me and
Same
you
old
both, bud.
story. Same old
Yeah,
story, right?
same old
Defense
story, bud.
defense can't communicate. We can't run. What 20, 35 strikeouts the first 2 games?
35 strikeouts last 2 games. Defense, same miscommunications as we saw last year. Bitter Bill, same thing. Nothing's changed, man.
And this is all Cots. I'm telling you, this is Cots that we're not going to win under this guy. We're just not going to win. I think Bobby Cosby will bring in Melvin, but we're not going to win with this guy.
I have my complaints on Kotze as you do. I'm pissed off just as much as everybody else with regard to Kotze, and not necessarily. I wouldn't say as much as the decisions, but I want the A's culture to be a situation where they're a little bit pissed off, and it seems like the same story after every single game. Hey, we're young, we're improving, we're working on communication. It's like, well, I mean, what is this? A college team that you have a bunch of freshmen? Hey, this is a professional team. At a certain point, you need to turn the corner. So yeah, in that sense, I'm a little bit pissed off in the situation. I'm pissed off Kurtz is leading off. I don't know if you remember, he did that with Bleday in 2024 in July. He went like 3 for 30. He's doing the same thing with Kurtz. Kurtz last year didn't hit as well. Anyway, man, it's been brutal.
Yeah, and have Wilson hit number 2. Why is Wilson hitting number 5?
I don't get that either. And Bill, what is going on with Butler? What is going on with Lawrence Butler? We talked about all off season. If he is not healthy, start him on the IL. Why is he not on the IL? I don't know. I don't know why he didn't start tonight is one thing. And secondly, I don't know why he didn't pinch hit for Denzel Clark late in the game. Can you figure that out for me, please?
No, I don't figure that out either. Clark's a great defensive player, but he's got a long swing, does he?
He sure does. Real long swing. Absolutely.
Kind of
Real.
reminds me of remember what was that third baseman we got from the Blue Jays? Remember him?
Which one are you talking about here?
What's his name? Kevin something or
Kevin.
the
No, not him. Kevin
Donaldson trade.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember off the top of my head.
Same thing, a big long swing.
Yeah.
Takes him forever to get through the zone.
Yeah, everything's a little bit of a cloud right now. But just absolutely brutal. I don't understand what's going on with Lawrence Butler. I expected him to be in the lineup today. I expected him to pinch hit today. Did you feel like they pulled Springs a little too early? It seemed like once he got in his little bit of groove, he pulled him. And Mark Leiter came in, 5 1/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 2 Ks. He retired the first guy he faced in the 6th, and then right after he faced that guy, he got pulled. And jeez, Andres Jimenez. You know what Andres Jimenez right now is against us right now, Bitter Bill? Andres Jimenez is the greatest player ever to live. Andres Jimenez is 6 for 8 with 4 RBIs in this series.
Yeah, it's crazy. But how about our bullpen? There's no defined roles down there. Well, we're just going to see what happens. Have it defined how many guys you're the closer, you're the setup man, you're the 6th-inning man. I mean, so these guys know going in the game what the roles are.
Yeah, absolutely. The issue is, and I think he's going with this route, is because how successful the bullpen was after the Mason Miller trade. But the issue with that was, and I said it all off season, was when you are pitching And when you are playing, when you are out of the race versus when you are playing when something counts, it's two different things. And he's taking that same philosophy. I don't know. So today he went with Michael Kelly in the ninth. Michael Kelly came in the eighth. To his credit, he did a hell of a job of getting Vlad Guerrero out, but he gave up the bomb to Kirk in the 10th. That cost him.
You see Alvarado? It looked great when he first came in.
And then the
next inning,
walks.
he couldn't throw the ball over the plate.
He couldn't fall the plate. You're absolutely right.
And once they see that, go pull him.
Yeah,
Pull him and get someone else.
Yep. Mike, they are treating Butler like a catcher. I don't know. Listen, if they are giving him a day off, I don't understand it. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. But I think he didn't play because he's still lingering his injury.
Yeah, you don't give him a day off in day two.
Not on day two, not against a righty. Now, if a lefty started, if they want to give him the day off tomorrow, which I'm sure they will against Eric Lauer, that's fine. But against a righty, how do you give him that day off? I think he's still hurt. And if he is still hurt, I sure would have liked Colby Thomas somewhere on that bench today, coming off the bench against a lefty. That's for sure.
Yeah, I think tomorrow I'm going to see Rooker and Wright and Langeliers DH and Wins catching.
Yeah, I agree with you. Wins with Monday will be in Atlanta. Yeah, I think you're right. You think Langeliers is going to DH tomorrow, though? You think? Yeah, I agree. He's swinging a good bat, but right now, Bitter Bill, it's painful. I'm in pain.
Yeah.
It just 35 strikeouts in 2 days.
And Rooker just looks lost up there. You notice these guys are like knuckle curves and breaking balls. Kurtz and Rooker can't hit it.
Jesus, it's unbelievable. I honestly, I don't think Kurtz is comfortable in the lineup and where he's hitting. He wasn't comfortable last year in the one hole. His average showed it anywhere else but the one spot. It just, Wilson in the fifth hole, I don't know. It just, nothing right now adds up. So,
I would go with Soderstrom and Wilson and Kurtz and Rooker, Langeliers, or Langeliers fourth, Rooker fifth.
You want to lead off Soderstrom?
Yeah, and Wilson
I don't mind
too.
that. I don't mind that at all. Anything but Kurtz. It just don't seem like he's comfortable in that spot. I don't know why Kotze is consistently forcing that issue as far as wanting to have. It's like almost he's trying to prove something.
And I thought they should have left Kent with Bolte and then have Clark in the minors.
You know, the whole thing there is like, okay, I think they made the decision with Clark a while ago. And if you're going to go with that, you got to give him an opportunity. Bolte's on the 60-man roster. Do you sit there and now who are you going to DFA? Do you DFA Estes, who threw 5 1/3 no-hit innings today in Vegas, of course, or 4 1/3, something like that? I know it's AAA, so forth, but I think that's what it really came down to was was Bolte being on the 60-man roster and not really wanting to DFA somebody else to make room for him. And like, hey, we're committed to Denzel. Let him go. Let's see what he has defensively, so forth. But yeah, he didn't hit in the WBC for Canada. He hasn't hit in spring training. He had a hit today, but it was a little bleeder infield single. Yeah, he hasn't done much.
Yeah, they got those 3 infield hits in that one inning. It wasn't like they were tearing the cover off the ball that inning.
No, they weren't. McNeil off the pitcher and Muncy off the pitcher as well. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I agree with you. It's been painful, man. It's been painful. I think tomorrow they're going to get. Listen, I like myself making this prediction because my predictions have been running in the teens, but I think Morales is going to get hit hard tomorrow and get hit often because Toronto, their damage they have done come through from 7 through 9. We've actually, George Springer's 1 for 10. Vlad 2 for 6 with 4 walks. We've kind of done a good job with him. Kirk 1 for 9. Great. The one hit sure made some sense. But their damage has come from Ernie Clement 4 for 10. Andres Jimenez 6 for 8. Okamoto 3 for 8. It's just wow. It's just frustrating.
Let's not forget Ernie Clement, the former Oakland A.
I remember. Thanks for the reminder on that one, man. I appreciate you coming on, brother.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, guys, I mean, Bill was kind of spot on there, man. It's just Just brutal, man. Mike, what do you got, man? Hopefully the A's offense can keep pushing like the Jays over the majority of the season. Yeah. You know what's frustrating about the last 2 days as well is the pitching's been there, Mike. Severino had a good outing. Springs had a good outing. Hitting hasn't been there. We put together 7 runs today, but when you really break down the 7 runs and what we put up today, Shea Langeliers had 2 hits. Soderstrom had a hard hit single in the first, bloop double in the, I believe it was the third, or actually what was that? The third. Muncy with a hit off the pitcher, McNeil with a hit off the pitcher, Denzel with a bleeder infield hit. That's it. Yesterday speaks for itself. We struck out 19 times. Shea Langeliers right now is 5 for 8. Kurtz 0 for 6 with 5 strikeouts. He's walked 3 times. Soderstrom 2 for 8. Rooker 1 for 9 with 6 strikeouts. Jacob, I'm surprised at Wilson, 0 for 9, 4 strikeouts. That's been brutal. Billy, from the earlier news, same story. Our defense still can't communicate. Yeah, we talked about bullpen's having a rough time. Offense has no patience. What's up, Cage? How are you, sir? A's hopefully learn from the Jays. Listen, on the I don't even want to say on the positive side. You know, the Jays are the American League champs for a reason. And what you did see from the Jays is guys like Springer, 1 for 10. Nathan Lukes, 0 for 3. Barger, 0 for 5. But it's 7 through 9 that's won this series. Is Gosman and Cease good pitchers? Yeah. They're not this good. They're not this good. They're not 35 strikeouts good in 2 games. What's up with Wilson? He's not looking the same. No, he's not. He's not. 1 for 9. 6 strikeouts. He's chasing everything. Wilson is swinging at absolute garbage. Jays fan here. Yeah. Kuzminoff. Nope, not. Early in the year, got to worry about 162. You're right. Henry, you're right. So here's what I'm going to say about that. The great thing about baseball, depending on how you look at it, is every day is a different emotion. Either you're pissed off like I am every single day, but tomorrow, hey, who knows what can happen? It brings a new day. And I talked about it a little bit last night on last night's postgame show. I break the season down into 8 15-game segments. That's 120 games. And I set goals for those 15 games. For example, the first 15 games, the goal for the A's is 6-9. Compared to who do we have to play? This road trip, the goal is 2-4. If we go 2-4 in Toronto, in Atlanta, it's a successful road trip. It's a successful road trip. 8 15-game sets. 120 games. And how about the last 42? The last 42 is the goal of the whole season. Play meaningful baseball in October and September. You hit your goals in those 15-game sets. You're playing meaningful baseball in August and September. And that's what you need to do. They're treating Butler like a catcher. Yeah, I talked about that, Mike. You're right. Was that game all about, and can we please get some plate discipline? What was the game all about, Bob? I said it earlier in the thing. Why is this a good thing? Ernie Clement revenge game. How about Ernie Clement last year? He seems to be an A's killer, Henry. What's up, Timmy? 7 consecutive Ks is bad. 7 3-pitch strikeouts is lazy. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Clark had 3 of 3 pitch Ks too. What are we doing there? Yep. Asher, I've been yelling at this phone. First time through the lineup, it's been bad. Cage. Wilson kept talking about hitting the gym, lifting, and getting bigger in the offseason. Maybe it's slowing him down. I'll tell you why I think this is good, guys. I think the A's players, and I'm going to be dead honest here, need to stop reading their press clippings and the hype around this team and the potential of what this team can potentially do is all it is potential. It means nothing. They're seeing a team in Toronto out-tough them, out-compete them, and want it more. That's all the last couple games have come down to. It's not like Toronto has played great games. But they've had the at-bats they needed to. They've made contact when they had to. They made the plays when it had to happen. And different guys in that lineup have come up clutch. I talked about it earlier with Bitter Bill. 7 through 9. Clement. Jimenez. Varsho was good today. 2 for 4. I mean, look at that. Jimenez 6 for 8. And Clement 4 for 10. That's 10 for 18. That is insane. 5 RBIs. It is crazy. Vlad hasn't even hurt us yet. This has to be a franchise record for strikeouts in a 2-game. It's the craziest thing, guys. If I hear one more say, hey, it's only game 2. Listen, they all count the same. There's a difference between panicking and there's a difference between being pissed off. And I think this A's franchise hasn't been pissed off enough. But yeah, there is no need to panic. Our guys are our guys. I believe them. I believe they will come through. And I believe this will be a special season. But as far as being pissed off, you have every right to be pissed off as an A's fan. The game 2 of the year has the same weight on it as game 140. They all have weight. What's up, CM Brand? Jays fan here. It's early and you guys definitely have power, but if you guys get double-digit strikeouts tomorrow against Eric Lauer, your batting coach needs to have a convo with your batters. Eric Lauer, 2016. First-round pick out of Kent State, I believe. I believe in 2024, he was out. I want to say Tommy John surgery. He had a solid 2025. He was good for the Jays last year as far as what I remember. I believe he came from Milwaukee, I want to say. I'm trying to remember this off the top of my head. Timmy, someone has to answer for the approach. Yep, I agree with you. And the whole idea that Kotze's had since his tenure, and you've constantly heard it last year, when Kotze was in Oakland, we're sluggers. We're sluggers. We're sluggers. We're sluggers. I'm so sick of that approach. I tell you, I absolutely love Mark Kotze when he was a player. With the A's, out of Fullerton, you talk about just a grinder. Arguably the greatest college baseball player ever. 9th overall pick out of Cal State Fullerton was amazing. He don't manage the same as he plays, I'll tell you that. He don't manage the same as he plays. That's all I'll say. And I'm a big Kotze fan when he was a player. Huge. Loved everything about him. When the A's signed him as his manager, I couldn't be more excited. Clint, Kotze is not a good manager. Yeah. The thing that Kotze does have going for him is the trust he has from the players. Guys, right now, all this team is prospects. all this team is who we think they will be. Sure, we've seen glimpses. We saw Kurtz last year. We've seen Soderstrom. We saw Langeliers. Guys, I could care less about Langeliers' grand slam and his hot start and what is. I don't care. It's good. It's good signs for the A's for the future. What I care about is winning. Is that going to turn into wins? And Langeliers is doing everything he can. But for me, right now, there's no positive spin on this unless the players themselves look at this situation and say, hey, we just got punched in the mouth. We struck out 35 times in 2 games. It's time for us to fight back a little bit and punch back. And I'm interested to see what tomorrow's game looks like. And that's what I want to see from this A's team. I want the culture to change. I want winning to be expected. I'm tired of hearing the word building block. I'm tired of hearing the word we're getting better. No, man. I'm just sick of it. What's up, CM Brent? You said the A's had 35 Ks against the Jays. I think we have like 4, 5, 6. You can see the difference in batting philosophy. I'll tell you what the Jays have right now. The Jays have in strikeouts 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, more than that. 3, 6, 9, 10 strikeouts in 2 games. But yeah, but also at the same time, you're talking about even last year's statistics. The Toronto Blue Jays were struck out I think number 1 last year in all of baseball as far as striking out the least. They're elite as far as that goes. And it's not like Springs and Severino's strikeout pitchers versus Legosman and Cease, but I get it. You're right. And that's why the Jays are so darn successful as well, is they do put the ball in play. They do fight. They do have good at-bats. And that's why they're a hell of a team. And that's why the success that you see from them. I tell you this much. I hated the decision when Schneider came out and pulled Cease. I mean, if I'm a Blue Jays fan, Cease was rolling. But pitch counts everything, I guess. Timmy, I remember Kotsay last year as third base coach, though players ran through his... In 2020, he wasn't third base coach last year. Players ran through his stop sign either in 24. 23 you're talking about? When he sent them, they didn't trust him, and I don't know why they chose him at all. Fair enough. The experiment with the batting order drives me insane. It should be Wilson and McNeil at 1 or 2 and vice versa. That's the hard part we're coming up with the lineup, though, right? I don't like McNeil. I don't like Wilson in the leadoff spot just because he's such a darn free swinger. Wilson's been bad. Wilson's been really bad. Bill, did you see your boy Boyle 6 innings, 3 runs, no walks? Is that right? Yeah. I mean, listen, we gave up, we got Lopez and Springer for Boyle. I mean, I'll take that trade. I'm all right with it. Yeah, I see that, RD. Geloff is doing good in Vegas. It means 0 to me, to be honest, until he's doing something with the A's. And I hope he keeps it up. They're all doing well. They're killing it right now in Vegas. Last time I saw, they were up, I think, 7-0. Estes threw 4 1/3 innings of no-hit ball. Perkins had a perfect inning is what I saw. So, yeah, they're tough. I mean, they're good. Absolutely. I'm glad. I'm happy they're doing well. Wilson, McNeil, Kurtz, Rooker, Langeliers, Soderstrom, Butler, Muncy, Clark. You like Wilson in that one spot, huh? I think you got to live and die with Butler in that leadoff role. Hopefully he heats up. I think you got to give him that chance. You got to give Butler that opportunity to be who he was in 2024. Shouldn't we have a stronger backup for Butler if he isn't taking... I mean, who do you want up there? I mean, so you got right now the 4 positions. So Cortez, you don't like, so it would be Cortez or Colby Thomas is who it came down to, who got that final spot. Ibanez is going to be up there. Hernandez earned his spot. So did Ibanez. You got to have a backup catcher and wins. So Colby or Cortez. My whole thing was start Butler on the IL. You have Colby up there right now. We could have sure used him off the bench today. Why is Perkins not up? Perkins didn't have the best spring. I thought he pitched better than his numbers came down to. And at the end of the situation, at the end of the deal, it was between Perkins and Ginn for that final spot. And I think the only reason Ginn got the spot over Perkins was because of the amount of options Perkins had left and the amount of options Ginn had left. Because otherwise, as far as how they pitched during the spring, it was a toss-up. You guys have a heck of a catcher. The Grand Slam was a ball of the zone. He has been unreal this series. Yeah, Langeliers has it going right now. One of the best hitters in all of baseball, I would say the last couple months, CM Brand. That's how Langers has been. You got to remember, Langeliers has some pedigree to him. He's the 9th overall pick out of Baylor. He can play. It's not like he's just some unknown, but he's starting to finally hit his stride. It's his first year of arbitration. He's represented by Scott Boras. I think he's going to have a monster couple of years and be a free agent. I don't see the A's re-signing him. Casper, what do you got, bud? My only problem with the lineup is that Denzel Clark is in it. Hey, listen, man. Forever, I was talking about Bullpen getting that spot over Denzel Clark. But I think if you are talking about Denzel's defense and what he could potentially do defensively, you have to give him the opportunity. See where the A's are after 30 games. If he is still hitting where he's at right now and the A's are losing and Bulte's tearing up Vegas, yeah, for sure. This is why we wait till Kurt's year 3 before a contract extension. Kurtz is going to be fine. I think he needs to get out of that leadoff role, and I hope it doesn't take Kotze too long to figure it out. I like Butler's attitude this year. I can't believe I am saying this. I mean, there hasn't been much where he's shown with regard to attitude, though, RD. He's played 1 game so far, so we'll see. We'll see what he looks like, though. Butler does not have the confidence for the number 1 spot. I think the reason Wilson is lousy right now is his location in the batting order. That could be said about Kurtz, others as well. Guys, listen, I agree with a lot of you guys as far as what you're saying in batting order and being comfortable. But you strike out 35 times in 2 games. The players need to take accountability too. Listen, I agree 1,000% with you. I'm not happy with the lineup. I don't like the lineup. But striking out 35 times in the last 2 days and the approach the A's have at the plate goes past batting order. I don't care who you put in the 1 through 9 lineup. The approach they have had the last 2 games has been awful. And there needs to be a certain point where these kids and these guys need to start taking accountability themselves. There's no issue with Rooker batting in the 4-hole, and he has looked awful. Awful. So, Langeliers figured it out in the 2-hole. It's been everybody, guys. Yeah, I agree. I don't like the lineup. I'm going to make that clear. I do not like the lineup. But the last 2 games, for me, has nothing to do with the lineup and more have to do with their approach at the plate, and they got to get better. I like Kotze stealing second early in the double steal. He's getting better about running. Perkins, 5 walks in 2 innings. No way, RD. I just saw the 1 inning. I saw the 1 inning where he was lights out his first inning. Jesus. Disagree. Clark was 2 for spring and sucks now. We can't have 30 games of his current bat. Well, RD, no one's really hitting right now. Excuse me, Timmy, no one's really hitting right now, bud. I mean, I don't know if it's Denzel Clark, all on Denzel Clark. You're right. He didn't hit during the spring, but for us to single out Denzel, I mean, like I said, Kurtz, 0 for 6, 5 Ks. Soderstrom, 2 for 8, 4 Ks. Rooker, 1 for 9, 6 Ks. Jacob, 0 for 9, 4 Ks. Butler, 0 for 3, a strikeout. Muncy, 1 for 8, 5 Ks. Jeff McNeil, 1 for 7, 2 Ks. Denzel, 1 for 7, 4 Ks. Cortez, 0 for 3 with a K. Ibanez, 0 for 2 with a K. Everybody. 80s old school batting order. You need to have contact hit for average guys at the top. But, listen, I agree. I like contact and so forth. For me, and I'm with you, a guy like Luis Arias to be sitting in that free agent market for as long as he did is crazy. Now he's batting in the 3 hole for the Giants. I agree with you. I agree with what you're saying. But it's who we have right now. And it's the approach the A's are taking. Straight A's, exactly. The players need to be better. Yeah, coaches can help, but at the end of the day, these are grown men playing pro baseball. The manager isn't in the batter's box. Yep. Hey, straight A's, we agree. Yeah, guys, listen. I have preached what you guys are saying all off season. I have echoed exactly your comments from tonight. But I can't put anything on anybody else but every singular player that has been in the lineup the last 2 days. It's on them. And I have my complaints about Kotze, and I have my complaints about Emerson, and I have my complaints about a lot of individuals in the lineup and how it's shaped up. But 35 strikeouts in 2 days. You know how many hard hit balls the A's have had in 2 games? And now what is considered a hard hit ball is anything coming off the bat at 95 miles per hour or harder. The A's have 14 hard hit balls. 14 in 2 games. 14 balls coming off the bat at 95 mph. That's crazy. Clark reminded me of Nick Allen. Great defense, no hit. I want to write. Listen, Clark's there. It wasn't too long ago, guys, where we're sitting here and thinking Clark's the greatest thing since sliced bread. And now he has an awful spring, has a terrible start to the season, and we're going to give up on him now? No. Hey, he made the team. He earned his spot. Give him his time. He's earned that. And listen, there was nobody more that wanted to see Bolte over Clark. But we are where we are. And that's the team on the field. We support him. Give him his shot. If he's up here, he deserves to play every single day. Give him his shot until he no longer earns that spot. And 2 games is too soon, considering that Clark's one of our better hitters right now, if you really look at the whole lineup. But I'm with you. There wasn't more of a proponent for Bolte over Denzel Clark in spring training than me. But right now, Clark's our guy. We support him. Give him his chance. Give him his opportunity. And see what he does. We're not going to start saying, hey, it's time to switch up after 2 games. But yeah, my eyes on him, like everybody else's. RD, we are planning arguably the best team in the AL to the last swing of the at-bat in their home. I feel great about this year. Yeah, RD, I agree with what you're saying. You're right. It is the best team in the AL, and we played them, but there's something to what you're saying. But at the same time, we don't sit here and say, hey, if we have that attitude, like, hey, oh my God, we played Toronto down to the wire, but they got us at the end. That's a loser attitude. That's an organization that doesn't have the right mindset. Because I tell you this much. You think the Yankees are thinking that? If they go into Toronto and lose Toronto, oh my God, we played the American League champs down to the wire. We got to be better than that. We have to be better than that. What you're saying, you have a point to what you're saying, RD, but we need to be better than that. We can't think like that. We can't thinking, hey, we made it close against the American League champs is good enough. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I just think the whole mentality of that is different. Mike, we all think we feel bad today. Imagine if we get blown out tomorrow. I think we are going to get blown out tomorrow, Mike. I think Morales is going to get hit hard and get hit hard often. Now, that's good news for everybody, considering my predictions as far as Luis Morales historically have been terrible. So that's a good thing. But yeah, and I said it last night with straight A's. I said I think Morales is I think we're gonna get blown out on Sunday. I never thought I would come to the day where I compliment Billy Bean's baseball strategy. However, they could take a lot of pitches strategy where they work the count. Yeah. DH Shea tomorrow and put Rook in the outfield. That's a possibility for sure. I think that will happen, actually. I feel it just a couple more guys showed up like Langeliers, we would have won both games. But we didn't. But they didn't. Listen, Toronto's guys didn't really show up as well, right? If those games went 50-50 and we got those games, you know what Toronto fans are saying right now? What is going on with George Springer? How come George Springer is such a mess? Is Addison Barger just a one-year wonder? Is he going to be a flop? That's what they're saying. Toronto won the last two games from guys like Andres Jimenez. Their nine-hitter beat us. Ernie Clement beat us. Dalton Varsho had a big game today. Beat us. Listen, guys, there's a difference between RD. Team USA should have called up Shea. Yeah, no kidding. Crook and Perkins, both 13.5. They got hit tonight, huh? I don't like seeing that. Guys, listen. There's a difference between panic and being pissed. As a fan, you have every right to be pissed as far as what went on tonight. It is never too soon. And I wish the A's have more sense of urgency than they currently do. That's my big complaint against them. Yes, sense of urgency. A sense of urgency should be something that happens 162 games out of 162. Panic's different. We should never have panic. And making panic moves like a Denzel Clark, sending him down after 2 games, bringing up a Bullpen, that's a panic move. Our team is on the field. Give them a shot. Who will get our first W? Vegas A 2020. As far as what team or what pitcher? Morales, Lopez, or Savale? I don't. Tomorrow with Morales starting, I think they got it set up where Morales is going to go like 4 innings, and then they're going to bring Ginn in. I think Morales goes 4. They bring Ginn in for 3, see where the game's at, and try to squeeze one out. So I don't know if either one of those would get the win tomorrow. I like Lopez. I think he will go on Monday, I believe, against, or no, it'll probably be Savale on Monday. Clark last at bat. Jeez, yeah, you're right. That's what I don't get, guys. That's, okay, Lawrence Butler. You got Butler on the bench. What was the circumstance on that? That was crazy, man. That was crazy. That was in the, what was going on there? Yes. Okay, that was in the top of the 11th. McNeil reaches on a fielder's choice. Hernandez got caught up in the rundown. So we have runner on second with one out. Muncy strikes out. What else is new? Ibanez walks. So we have first and second, 2 outs. Spencer Miles, who's a Rule 5 draft pick, right-hander, is on the mound. Why the hell did we not pinch hit Lawrence Butler? Did Martin Gallegos ask Kotsay like that question in postgame? Or was he throwing up cupcake after cupcake again? Can someone answer that to me? Thank you for bringing that up, RD. That was going to be one of my rants. Someone help me out with that. What happened there? Bobby, I will be. Booney, are you traveling to see any of the out-of-state A's games this year? I'm going to be at the Cards A Series. Cards A Series in Sacramento. Bobby, I'll be at that. I'll be at one of those games for sure. Actually, I already have a ticket to one of those games right behind the dish. I forget which one. Is that the game you're talking about? I will be at one of those games, Bob. I don't know which one yet. They don't play. The A's don't play St. Louis and St. Louis. They play them in Sacramento this year. It's not in St. Louis. Do they play them twice? I think you might be wrong on this one, Bobby. I think I might got you. Let me check it out. They play them in They don't play in St. Louis. They played them in St. Louis last year. They don't play them twice. It's going to be St. Louis is. Now let me make sure here. Cardinals in Sacramento, the 12th through 14th of May. Asher, you're going to the A's Yanks, huh? Good for you, man. I might be going to KC, Bob. I see. Yeah, they will be in KC. They won't be in St. Louis, though. But can someone help me with that? Why didn't Lawrence Butler pinch hit? Please, someone help me out with that. So which game are you going to, Asher? Are you going to, let's see, they play Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Royals, A's. Yeah, okay. That was crazy to me, and that's what I'm talking about. If Butler's healthy, he plays. If he's hurt, put him on the IL. We should have put Butler on the IL before spring training camp broke. I sure would like to see Colby Thomas on the bench or have an opportunity against a lefty today. But I really don't get that in the 11th, man. You have first and second with 2 outs. With a Rule 5 draft pick making his major league debut, a right-hander, with first and second, 2 outs again. And you have the worst hitter in the A's lineup up to bat. And you don't pinch hit Lawrence Butler? To me, that's telling me that he's hurt. I live in New York City, seeing Game 2 in a few weeks. Yeah, right. That's the 29th and 30th and 31st. No, That's in May. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. You're right. My bad. That's coming up here in when do they visit the Bronx? April 26th. Yeah, the 7th, 8th, and 9th. 7th, 8th, and 9th. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday series. But guys, that's all I got, man. I mean, 8-7. It's not panic time, guys, but these guys got to get better. The approach has to get better. The mentality has to get better. The attitude has to get better. Playing the Blue Jays down to the wire in 2 games isn't good enough. It's not good enough. What do you got, Mike? I live 20 minutes from Aviators Ballpark, trying to see the A's game in June for that 6-game set. Right? That is June 18th. No, that's in Sacramento. There it is, June 8th through 10th and 12th through 14th, the Brewers and the Rockies, right? Bobby, I'm going on the record for tomorrow. A's 10, Jays 8. Take a word. I'll take a win any way they can do it. Dylan, word is they had a planned day off for Butler. Don't want him playing back-to-back games on the turf. Hey, whatever. That's what I'm talking about. That he should be on the IL. Just whatever. That drives me nuts right there. Anyway, guys, hey, thanks for tuning in. I've been here for about an hour. I will be back tomorrow, probably this time in the evening for postgame. Got a bunch of other extra exciting shows. Let me give you a little bit of update on the... I'm not even going to give you an update on the Aviators. I don't want to look that up. Here's how the A's schedule. We got tomorrow, first pitch. I'm just so pissed off at that comment you made right there, Dylan. Word is they had a planned day off for Butler. Didn't want him to play back-to-back games on the turf. Then he should be on the IL, man. Then he should be on the IL. He should be on the IL. Because that was a big at-bat right there. And I didn't want Denzel Clark up in that spot. He should be on the IL. Stupid. Whatever. All right, we got dumb. Blue Jays, 10:37 first pitch. Luis Morales, Eric Lauer. Eric Lauer, 2016 first-round pick out of Kent State. Been mostly a journeyman. I think he had Tommy John surgery in 2023, 2024 maybe. Was with the Padre organization, I want to say. Got traded to the Blue Jays. Had a good year last year with the Jays. Went 9-4, 3.38 ERA. It's not going to... Think of like a Jeffrey Springs. When you think of Lauer, think of Jeffrey Springs as the best possible comparison I can get you. He wants to get you with off-speed stuff, right? He's going to work the zone. Good movement. Left-handed pitching. So forth. Timmy, who do we have left in the bullpen? Let's check it out. I think I still have my old media assets up here. Yes, I do. Okay. Hogan Harris went on yesterday and today. So Hogan Harris won't be available. JT Ginn will be available. I have a feeling he's going to come in in like the 5th inning or so. Alvarado went yesterday. Alvarado went today. Barlow went yesterday and today. He won't be available. Ferguson, I don't know why I have Ferguson up there. Sorry. Ferguson's not on the team. Leiter Jr., he went today. Medina was okay. I thought Medina was fine. Sterner will be available tomorrow. So that is the wrong one. Sterner will be available tomorrow. Ginn will be available tomorrow. Leiter Jr. probably will be around tomorrow too. I think Michael Kelly will be available tomorrow. Oh, hang on. Here it is. No, that's the thing. All right. Ginn, Alvarado, Leiter Jr., and Sterner. That's who we'll have available tomorrow. We need an outing from with Medina. We have no day off on Monday. So we need Medina to eat up some innings. What would be ideal is Medina to go 4 and Ginn to go 5 in a perfect world, right? You think that'll happen? Maybe. Billy, our front office are not the brightest. First, Susak in the Rule 5 draft, then they trade away Ryan Watson. I didn't get the Ryan Watson trade. I didn't get that either. I don't know what they were doing on that one. I'm with you on that Ryan Watson deal. That was crazy. The Watson thing was a Red Sox call. The A's weren't going to pick anyone. The A's traded the slot for a minor league infielder, right? Then the Red Sox told them who the draw was. That what it was? Very common in Rule 5. Good call, Straight A's. I didn't know that. I remember when that happened. So let me read that again. Good call. The Watson thing was a Red Sox call. The A's weren't going to pick anyone. The A's traded for the slot for a minor league infielder. Then the Red Sox told them who to draft. Very common in Rule 5. The A's got Mark Hanna the same way. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Good call, Straight A's. Good call. Guys, if you get a chance, go check out Straight A's show, When Stats Meet Instincts. Really, really good. All on Green is going to be on tomorrow evening as well. I'm sure they're going to have a lot to say about this weekend. Habit Hunter will be on as well. I'm sure Timmy has a lot to say. Badeau looked good today for the Braves. I bet he did. I bet he did, man. I bet he did. Jesus. Oh, man. Oh, man. Thanks for the content. Yeah, you bet. Thanks for you watching, man. I appreciate you guys watching. Check it all out. He closed the night, but wasn't it a blowout, though? Hey, come on. Was it close, though, Vegas? I don't think that the Braves game was a close game, was it? Let's see. I'm going to call you out on this one, Veg. You always do this. But you might be right. Let me give you Badeau's numbers. How's JJ Bleday been playing? Anyone been watching that? I haven't followed Bleday at all. Braves. Where's the Braves? Today. 6-2, they were up. Badeau. I mean, hey, believe me, we could have used anybody. Badeau, an inning, yeah, struck out the side. Of course he did. What's J.J. Bleday doing? I want to see what J.J. Bleday is doing. What's my man Bleday doing? I bet you he's tearing it up too. Bleday didn't make the Reds roster. He didn't make the Reds roster, huh? I didn't know that. I thought he had a decent spring too. Hit that bomb off the A's in spring training, that's for sure. Thanks for the info on that one. Hey, guys, thanks so much for coming on, man. I appreciate you all. Let's get one tomorrow. Bob, the Braves look like a new team. They are healthy right now. And we got, starting Monday, we got 3 in Atlanta. Watching from Minnesota. Love the A's since 74. Good year to start loving them, that's for sure. I appreciate you watching, Billy. Appreciate you, bud. Listen, guys, we're fine. It's all right. But we have every right to be pissed off at what we saw the last 2 days. And in my opinion, there needs to be more of a sense of urgency from the A's. This is a great organization. It's a great fan base to be a part of. And the idea and the thought that this is just a franchise constantly rebuilding, that never wins is a bunch of BS. 2021 wasn't that long ago. We were right there in the playoff race. 2020 and the years before aren't that long ago. This is a winning franchise. We'll be fine. Atlanta was down 2-0 in the ninth and walked it off with a grand slam. Is that what happened? Wow, I didn't know that. That adds context to it. Thank you. That makes a difference. Wow. Sick, yeah. Wow, Badeau. Hey, maybe we should have hung on to Badeau. Maybe he was due. All right, guys, you take care. Let's go A's. Hey, let's get one tomorrow. How about us? We'll be all right. How about Luis Morales being the guy? Take care, everybody. Hey, appreciate you watching. Check out all the other content and all the other shows on the network. Real good stuff, man. The hosts on those shows are beyond talented. When you're talking about Timmy Burns and Habit Hunter, Sammy with When Stats Meet Instincts. How about Rob and Stud when you're talking about All on Green? Full Count Degenerates with me and Billy. Billy was off again today. Lost more games. Guy's just awful. You guys should watch that and just fade his action. You'll win a lot of money. Appreciate you. Take care, guys. Have a good night, and we'll get him tomorrow. I'll see you.